Hi, um, welcome back to my channel. Good to have you back. And if it's your first time, please do me a favor, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and yeah, let's get on with it. So, on the last episode, we discussed that interview of Joshua Mabonga, right? And one of the things he was mentioning was that Christianity and Jesus Christ are just imagery or just an idea brought to Africans by the white people, right? Or the Europeans. One big lie is that Christianity came to Africa through colonization and the white people introduced this white Jesus Christ. Now, I want us to get rid of that claim today. There is people who do not research that believe these things. People who do not go through information that believe these things. You are told that Africans were forced to take Christianity, right? Which is a big lie. Because when you check history of Christianity and how it entered Africa, you have to go back to the book of Acts. Right. When you go to the book of Acts, I think it's Acts chapter 15, you will find a man named Mark. So Mark is the one who started preaching Christianity in Alexandria in Egypt. And then he opened a church there. At a later stage, he was honored as the founder of Christianity in Africa. He's one of the first men that came to Africa to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. And people accepted Christ there. The Coptic Church of Egypt took root from there and then it spread across northern Africa, that side of Tunisia and whatnot. And northern Africa at that time, it was under the pagan Roman Empire. So when these Christian ideologies came in, these people accepting Jesus Christ, it seemed like some sort of a resistance against the Romans. So the Romans started persecuting those that were taking Christ. The Romans had power over that region, and those who were taking Christianity in that region were persecuted. So it was Africans now that were spreading Christianity. It was not white people, it was not anybody from Europe, but it was Africans. It was not even the Romans. So the Romans saw Christianity as a threat, and then they started persecuting those who were taking Christianity. Although those people were being persecuted, just like in the book of Acts, when the Christians were being persecuted, what happened was that they became more committed to Christianity at that point. So the more they became persecuted, the more the belief in Jesus Christ grew. At some point, they ended up practicing it in secret. Those people were Africans. Africans were the one being persecuted for being Christians. Now we also know that Ethiopia is the oldest Christian country, probably the second oldest, right? Probably the second oldest Christian country. Now, how Christianity got there? There was a man called Fragmentius. That guy was a Greek speaking missionary and he was a slave to the king of Ethiopia. And at some point, he converted the king of Ethiopia into a Christian. Now, I cannot go through all the details. At some point, we gotta push you to research. This is actually me saying research. Do not take anything that people like Joshua Maponga are saying and just keep them and say, this is the truth. Find the truth for yourself. It is wise for you to research. Go to Wikipedia, go to Google, get historical books because they push these ideologies saying that our forefathers were forced to take these ideologies. They were forced. It's either you take Christ or you die. And that is not entirely true. When we come to South Africa, in South Africa, it is partly true that it did come with Europeans, because in South Africa, the gospel came with European settlers. By the time of Jan van Riebeeck, it came with European settlers. But in South Africa, there was a division between Christians. I can't say Christians, but I would say people who went to church yet supported apartheid and the segregation of black people and the racial thing that was going on. And there were Christians that did not support that. But it is false that people were forced to take Christ or they die. Yeah, in South Africa, it came with white settlers, but there was a division. I think I'm gonna make another video on that, or going deep in that and going in detail with that. It needs more time. It needs me to spend another hour on it. You don't just listen to guys like Joshua Maponga without opening your books and verifying what they are saying, because they just say they don't prove. So you need to prove. Go back to historical books. Just go to Google and search, how did Christianity come to South Africa? And read. You will find the information is so much in there. You have to read things for yourself. You don't just agree to information that is being given by guys like Joshua Maponga just because of he was a pastor. Therefore, you are like, he's right. No, he's not right. He's false in most of the cases. Go read for yourself. Open the Bible, read it for yourself. Check historical books for yourself. But anyway, please subscribe. See you on the next one. And yeah, God bless.